Mr. Scindia, one final question, which is, when do we expect the next round of on telecom, on spectrum auctions? When do we expect to see that?
The TRA has come out with their recommendations just a few days ago. Based on those recommendations, we will proceed to look at what the appetite for demand is. Shortly thereafter, we shall take a view and if there is an appetite for demand, come around with another round of spectrum auction.
Right. You have also, let me ask you one more question. You've also said on record, and you've recently argued, that AI could contribute somewhere around $950 billion of India's GDP by 2030. How would that happen, and what is your view on the big fear that jobs will go?
So what's going to happen with AI is my belief, putting on my hat as an economist and less of that of a politician, is that you will see what, from an economic perspective, has been the concept of creative destruction. And you had creative destruction many times during humankind's history. You had it when, post the Second World War, when technology assumed significance again. You had it in Y2K. You had it in COVID, when there was a huge suppression of time where digitization just pole vaulted. And AI is going to be another inflection point. And unlike what a lot of skeptics say, I think is going to create more opportunities than extinguish them. There is going to be a huge amount of intellectual opening up for creativity across multiple sectors, from manufacturing to services. And that's where I believe now India is poised to take the lead. The Prime Minister, with his AI mission, close to about 2 lakh crores, looking at setting up, and in my generation, and I'm sure you'd agree with me, Nalin, I never thought that we'd be setting up semiconductor fabs in India. And you've got a multiple amount of fabs that are being today set up in India. So what India is setting herself up for, and this is what Prime Minister saw 12, 15 years before this has happened, is that the next revolution is going to come from technology. And we have to move, i.e. India has to move from being a services nation to a product nation. And that's only going to happen when the whole value chain of that ecosystem is going to be set up in India. So all the way from chips and semiconductors to LLM models, to making sure you productize on the telecom equipment side, which is why we've got our own India 4G stack now with BSNL. So India is positioning herself for this new revolution that is already on the anvil. And I believe that that is what is going to move us to the forefront. And India is going to become what she was almost 2,000 years ago, where she contributed 25% of the world's GDP. As an Indian citizen today, I have great confidence that by 2047, we will be leading the world on the stage in terms of contribution to GDP, an economic giant, and not only that, I believe that we will be a philosophical giant in terms of creating Vasudeva Kutumbakam and that prosperity for all notion for countries across the world.
Right, Mr. Scindia, thanks very much for being so candid and forthright as always. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand from the top of Jyotiraditya Scindia.